Formula One 2025 season has a lot of things to look forward to, and I tell you what, here's one of the main reasons why. We have 6 rookies in Formula One in 2025. You might be thinking, well, what's the big deal? 2024, we had no rookies whatsoever. So let's dive into all of these 6 rookies here in Formula One, and we're going to be ranking from 6th to 1st on how I think they will perform this season. Comment down below on who you think is going to do well, and comment down below as well who you think is going to do terrible. Now, in 6th position, in terms of not necessarily points on the board or in terms of just how they're going to do well in the season, I'm sorry guys, but Jack Doohan for me is 6th place simply because, listen, you don't bring in Colapinto for no reason whatsoever. If Colapinto is going to be the reserve driver, Jack Doohan is under some serious pressure, and I might even go out on a limb and say he might actually get replaced during the season. I don't think he'll make the end of the 2025 season. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm going to miss that man on F1 TV. He was brilliant. You know, the 22-year-old finally gets his opportunity in that Alpine, but look, can Alpine give him the car? Can Alpine really do the business in terms of helping this man really triumph in Formula One? That's my biggest concern. It's the fact that it's the Alpine. Now look, I'm actually surprised Alpine have used one of their junior drivers as a Formula One driver, because I'll tell you what, who was the last one? Who was the last person to actually drive for Alpine that came from the junior program, that came from Renault? Don't worry, I'll wait. And I'm not including Oscar Piastri, because let's have it right, the guy dipped, left and joined McLaren where he could become Constructors Champion. All I can really say is good luck to Jack Doohan. I mean, I really do feel for him. I hope he does well in that Alpine, but for me, he is in 6th position. Now look, in 5th position, it has to be said, I'm actually worried about one Isaac Hadjar. Why? Because you know what? Putting them in the racing bulls, I should call them raging bulls, because Yuki Tsunoda and Isaac Hadjar, those are 2 recipes that you could feel that are going to be for disaster. Both as fiery as each other, both are aggressive on track, but they do have talent. In fairness to Isaac, he was unlucky to not win the F2 championship. That could be down to a lot of things, the team, the strategy, even the car itself, but at least in the RB, he's in a team that's going to be a little bit more stable, a team that I actually believe will do very well this season. The fact that Yuki's his teammate, however, is where my concerns lie a little bit. Like I said, both fiery characters. I wonder what's going to happen, and obviously Yuki Tsunoda is fuming at not being in that Red Bull seat. Although he's part of the Red Bull camp, he hasn't been pulling up any trees, he's not been setting the world alight. But you know what, maybe for a change at Red Bull, something a little bit different, this might work in Isaac's favour. In 4th position, I'm going to go with Gabriel Bortoleto. Now, I know you're thinking, you know what, Peter, with your McLaren bias, why do you think he's going to do better than Isaac and Jack Doohan? Purely because I think he's actually underrated, and I think he's really much gone under the radar, and yet he's the F2 champion. He seems to be a good, consistent, reliable driver, and that's something that you're going to need in Formula One, especially if you're a rookie. What you don't need is messing up and on all sorts of crashes and just silly mistakes, because rookies will do this because it's their first year in the camp. He might not be outstanding, but the thing that we can always rely on is the fact that he will get the job done. Forget, he also won the F3 championship, so back-to-back championships, this man has gone and done it. So what does that mean? Is that a F1 championship maybe? I don't know. Listen, he's in a Sauber, okay? That's the thing that's going to bring it right back down. Let's bring it back down to size. The Sauber team is questionable. It did end the 2024 season pretty decent compared to where they were throughout the whole season. But at the same time as well, you know, Nico Hülkenberg is going to be in the camp as well. Don't forget, Mattia Binotto as well will be running the team, leading the team to prosperity, hopefully. So I think Gabriel's in a bit of a good position, all things considered. And who knows what Audi will look like in 2026. As long as he can keep steady, keep doing what he did in F2 and F3 into Formula One, I think Bortoleto will surprise a few people. In 3rd position, I have to go with Oliver Bearman. I know what you're probably thinking, well, he's not even a rookie, really, is he? I know he's had quite a few experiences here in F1, but the guy is now having his first full season in that Haas. The 19-year-old will be paired up with Esteban Ocon. Haas had a really good season in 2024, in all honesty, especially when they changed the team principal from Gunther Steiner to Ayo Komatsu. And in fairness to Oliver Bearman, he's actually had a pretty decent career so far. Even a time when he stepped in for Carlos Sainz in that Ferrari, and when he's been putting in a shift in that Haas as well, Oliver Bearman's done a pretty good job. He seems to work well under pressure, you know, winning in Baku, for example. He done very well to win that race. And this was with a damaged steering wheel. So, you know, the guy can sort of still produce even under adversity. A lot of rookies will be tested on this throughout the whole season. Don't forget, in the Ferrari in Jeddah, when he replaced Carlos Sainz for the time being, he finished ahead of Lewis Hamilton in P7. He also got points in Baku in that Haas. Remember when he had to step in as well for Kevin Magnussen? He looks the part. He adapts quickly. I'm looking forward to see what he'll look like with a full season under his belt at Haas. Listen, it could be even better than last year. Another one of these Formula One drivers, and number 2 on my list. He's got a bit of experience under his belt. It's Liam Lawson. Finally, he gets his chance in that Red Bull seat. I know Yuki Tsunoda's probably looking over thinking, hang on a minute, what about me? But listen, Liam Lawson has been very impressive when he's had to step in Formula One. I mean, this is a man who's finished Danny Ricciardo's career, and he's now put Perez to the side as well. Liam Lawson has been nothing short of really brilliant in the cars that he's been driving in Formula One, and it was very unlucky for him to not be in a seat already. But he's finally, not only has he got a seat, but he's got the big one. He's got the one at Red Bull that most drivers would love to be in. Kiwi driver is 22 years of age, and he's going to be up against Max Verstappen. That's going to be his challenge for 2025. Can he survive being up against Max Verstappen? The reason I say this, Verstappen has put people to bed. Look, I know Liam Lawson has put away Ricciardo. Liam Lawson has put away Sergio Perez. But guess what? Liam Lawson is up against the guy who's put away Albon. He put away Ricciardo beforehand. He's put away Sergio Perez himself. Even Pierre Gasly, how can I forget? Listen, what Liam Lawson is about to face, he has no idea. The only thing that's in his advantage is that he's got a massive, massive car to work with, okay? He's got the best of the lot. There is a dog in that driver, though. He is a beast. He's ready to take on anybody. He doesn't care. He's got a bit of attitude about him that I didn't really realize that he had in him until last season. But the guy's got something. He's got a bit of fire in the belly. And he will not take facing Max easy. He will not take it lying down. He will probably fight for every single thing. And I wonder if Red Bull are going to create themselves a problem, just like Mercedes did when they recruited George Russell alongside Lewis Hamilton. And although he's not had a lot of Formula One experience, I mean, he's had relatively quite a lot compared to the other rookies, but he's got tons of driving experience elsewhere. The guy has been racing non-stop. So if he can't get into Formula One, he always finds something else to do. And I'll tell you what, fair play to his work ethic. That's the reason why he's actually back in Formula One. He's got loads of experience. Can he transfer those skills that he's been learning and been doing well in other series? Can he do it here in Formula One would be the question. He's an aggressive driver. He's an exciting driver to watch. I will be intrigued to see how he gets on with Max Verstappen during the season. See if Red Bull have made a mistake in terms of bringing a driver who could be a challenge to Max Verstappen. But look, Liam Lawson, solid. Number 2 on this list. I think he will do really, really well in that Red Bull. And some of you might think, well, of course he will. He should do. And finally, my number 1. Listen, guys, I know some of you are thinking, come on, this kid's been hyped up way too much. But 18-year-old Kimi Antonelli in that Mercedes, listen, I am so excited to see this driver. The way Mercedes have been putting money and stacks behind this man, they are talking about him being maybe the next Max Verstappen, the next Lewis Hamilton. This guy has got bags and bags of potential. The Italian driver from Bologna has finally got that seat. I mean, look, I say finally, he's only 18 years of age and he's going to be racing in a Mercedes in Formula One. George Russell being his teammate, George Russell being the leader. I just think Mercedes are just the most well-equipped side. You know, last couple of seasons, they've got a few things wrong. Don't get me twisted. But I think this season they're going to be a lot better. And I think with a person like Kimi Antonelli, who is quick, he's fast, and he's somebody who takes risks. Look, there'll be a lot of mistakes. Let's have it right. He's going to make a lot of mistakes this season. The spotlight might be a bit much for him this year, but I don't care. I think he's going to rise to the occasion, and I think he's going to be absolutely phenomenal in that Mercedes. Here's the thing as well. Look, Mercedes are replacing Lewis Hamilton with this guy, okay? They have put all the eggs in this basket. They are going all in for Kimi Antonelli. And there's a reason for that, you know? And I think we're going to find out this season why they've put all their eggs in that basket. I will even go as far as saying this. Kimi Antonelli is going to win a race in Formula One in 2025. You heard it here first. Comment down below who you think is going to be the best rookie in 2025. Comment down as well who you think is going to be terrible. Who are you thinking is going to get probably sacked the first? There will definitely be some driver swaps, no doubt about it. There were 10 in last season's Formula One season, which I think is incredible. It's crazy. But I'm looking forward to this season. It's going to be absolutely mega. And the rookies, I mean, 6 rookies in one season, guys, recipe for disaster. In a good way. So I'm looking forward to the crashes. I'm looking forward to the mistakes. I'm looking forward to the ranting. Some of these drivers, though, they're going to be, honestly, it's going to be mental. And look, Colapinto, like, he's going to get in here some way, somehow. I'm sure of it. If you like Formula One content like this, look, I'm here every single week, every single day on the shorts, every single week with the videos. Be sure to hit the like button on this video and make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're talking all things Formula One. And until next time, people, I'm out.